welcome. It's Terminal Tuesday again, folks. Terminal Tuesday again, folks. It's Terminal Tuesday. All right, all right. So I got a few commands we're gonna talk about here today on Terminal Tuesday, and I have to admit to y'all, I actually just spent, I don't know, 30 minutes maybe recording. I went through a few of the top commands here, and can you believe it? My microphone, I had to turn the input, I had to turn down. So I'm sitting there playing, and I couldn't even hear anything. So I'm going back through the motions again. So this will be like a new video, and hopefully I did test everything out and I got my sound all working. So with that said, we're going to get it cracking on this terminal stuff. So we're going to start it off, y'all. I want to just give you a precursor or pre-warning, not warning, but just a heads up. All of these commands, information can you can either download these commands, or information can be found in your help file or the man pages. And no, I'm not talking about man like woman and man, child or girl. I'm talking about manual pages, folks. Quit get all that out your head. I'm talking about the manual pages, not the man pages. Like, these are the man pages, man. These pages are the man. No, manual pages. Okay. So I want to clarify that, get that out the way. So if anybody, I got any female listeners out there viewing or listening to this, you don't mistake, like, no, man, JC, all he be talking about is going to the man, talking to the man. No, I'm talking about the manual pages, just short for the manual pages. All right, so got all that out the way. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna maybe tap. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I must try to go through really quick, brief on the top 6. I thought about trying to cover all of these, but it might take a little bit too long because some of the stuff I want to talk about on some of these commands. So I'm going to touch on the first 5 or 6, and then we'll break that down, and we'll have another Terminal Tuesday session on the remainder. So let's get started. Go ahead and open up your terminal, whatever favorite terminal that you have. Let's clear screen. Clear screen. So our first command, did you all see that? What was that? DU. All right, DU. I'm just going to get a quick. I'm going to go to the man pages on each one of these commands just so you see what the command is, what the purpose of it is. So DU, we're going to say man and DU. So the manual pages description says summarize disk usage of the set of files recursively for directories. Interesting. So you can basically get the size of a file or a folder recursively or by itself. Nice. So let's check out DU. Let me pull up my home folders here so we can see what I'm working with, and then we'll check the size of a folder. Okay, so I want to check. I'd say VirtualBox is probably my largest. Let me see how much size or space that's taken up. So what was it? Let's say, actually, let's do some help. Let's take a look at some of our options that we can do here. So disk usage. Move my window up here. So we're going to say disk usage. We want, oh yeah, there we go. Human readable. I like that. And human readable, and we're going to get a total. Let's human readable and the total, CH. So DU space minus CH. And we said that was our VirtualBox folder. And let's see. Oh wow, look at that. So it goes in there, and it actually shows us how much space each folder is taking up. So It's not, it's a total of 38 gigs. That was with CH. And let me show you what SH will give us. So if I say SH, bam, that folder is consuming 38 gigs of storage space. So from there, you could actually use say, oh man, 38 gigs. Then you can kind of go in there. You can actually drill in there and then start trying to find out. This is probably one of the best command line commands, or one of the best commands from the terminal that you can know as a Linux person or administrator, because this will help you find out disk size and kind of break down and give you that detailed information. Okay. All right, moving on. Let's go on to free. Oh, free is a good one. Yeah, I think, don't we all want to be free? I want to be free too, like really free. Are you really free? Let me show you. So, free. Let's say man and free. Free man, a man that's free. Bam. All right. So, free. Display amount of free and used memory in the system. So description, that's the name. Description says display the total amount of free and used physical and swap memory in the system, as well as the buffer and caches used by the kernel. So this will tell us free. This will tell us what here? Total. It'll tell us the total, the used, the free, the shared. All right, nice. Let's see what we can get in here. So I'm going to say free. FREE. And there you have it. So it gives us a total. It gives us used, how much memory is being used, how much is free, how much is shared, and how much is in the cache, is buffered in the cache, and how much is available. But you're looking at that, you're like, JC, that just looks like a bunch of numbers to me. It just says total 163,04644. To me, that looks like 16 gigs. Or if you want to get technical, that's like 16 million bytes. So, but if you can't read that, we've got to switch for that. So you can say, let's say free, and let's go to the help. See what help tells us. So free. See what these got here. And free. Oh, it doesn't give you the. Oh yeah, there it is. So you can type in -- human or the H for short. So let's say free. I want to be a free H. Bam. Now look how that printed it out this time. So this time, it gives you more of what we're normally used to seeing as human beings. It doesn't give us the computer equivalent of that, computer machine language equivalent. So this tells me I have a total of 15 gigs. Says I have 3 gigs that are being used. Says I got 16.9 free, 324 megabytes of shared, and then 2.9 in buffer cache, and then so essentially I have 11 gigs available. Quick, easy. There's not much to go in any detail to go in on that. I mean, I recommend just for you to check the man pages, check out the help file if you want to know more more of the switches to output different kind of data. Okay, so that was our free command. And what is free? Free helps us inspect our memory, tells us how much memory we have on the system, free or used. Okay, all right, moving on. Next is I'll save top and HTOP for the last bit. Let's go to IF config and IP. So these are really quick. I'll probably go in depth into more of these once I kind of get around to doing my networking, the networking portion. But so you have IP config and IP. IP is actually a newer version It's more based on your routing protocol, your routing and switching protocol. So you can actually use the IP command to configure IP routes and on a Linux kernel-based device. So excellent command. So let's do IP config, similar to the window. Not IP config. I am so sorry, if I have offended any of you Linux folks out there. That was not my intention. Let me rewind. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to type in if config, hit enter. So this is going to this will display all of your detected working or detected network devices on your system. Gives you information about the IP address, the network mask, hardware address or MAC address, your broadcast address and network mask. Tells you if it's up. Gives you a little bit of transmit receive data. Tells you how much data has been transmitted and received, data wise and packet count. So that is your if config. Like I reference again, if you want to go and learn more about if config, please reference the man pages. I feel a little sexist saying that. I almost want to say reference the woman pages. Should I say that for all the ladies out there? Reference the woman pages. Reference the whoa man pages. I don't know if that sounds. I don't know. But anyway, so reference the man pages. Like I said, any of these commands, reference the man pages, or you can do the help, the command space dash and then the help or dash H for help. Give you quick information on options and switches that you can use with some of these commands. But essentially, ifconfig. Let's get a definition on ifconfig though. What does man tell us that it is? ifconfig is used to configure the kernel resident network interface. So it's used to configure your network interface on your computer. Straightforward, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so if you want to make static DHCP or bring it up, break it down, round and around in circles, I don't know, skip ifconfig. So, and big brother on the street now is IP. So like I said, IP used, what did we say here? IP. So IP, oh, I'm sorry, IP shows it shows and allows you to manipulate routing devices and policy routing and tunnels. So you use it, like I said, it's almost like, think of it like, using it similar like if you're configuring a Cisco router or a switch. The IP command is basically for configuring routing and devices for a Linux-based kernel setup. You can actually convert a Linux machine into a router or a switch or whatnot. So I'm going to show you, but you can pull basic information about your adapter, IP address, IP space address, and as you can see here, gives us all the information about our network adapter. It gives us the name, MAC address, tells us if the state is up or down. So that's good. That's good to know. So just like a Cisco router tells you if the state of the interface is up or down, IP will give you the state of the interface, which is good to know. And it actually gives you your IP address in CIDR notation. That is one difference there too as well. So it gives you that /24, that /22 or 18 or whatever the corresponding CIDR notation is, corresponding to your network and broadcast. So those are two basic networking commands. I'm not going to go into a lot of other, lot more. There are other networking commands. I just wanted to show you those because those are two simple ones that will get you information about your network adapter. IP, MAC address. That's pretty much what the essentials of what you want to know when you're troubleshooting network-related issues. Okay, moving on, we are going to go to, here's a good granddaddy of our networking tools and system administration. We have our ping tool. There's actually, I listed up there 4 different ping tools. I may demonstrate each one of them just so I can show you the output. The output is a little bit different for each one of them. They all do pretty much similar or the same thing, but the output is different. Ping first. Ping comes with every one of your computers or operating systems from Mac, Linux, Windows. That's by default. That helps test your protocol stack or your TCP/IP stack. So ping, you want to ping a machine, you just say ping, PING, and you're going to do your IP ping and then your IP address. 168.0.6. Hit enter, and I don't, there we go. So, hits you, it gives you how many bytes coming from that IP address, sequence number of the ICP packet, your TTL, and it gives you the time in milliseconds. And it's teetering a little bit under 2 milliseconds. So I'm gonna have to control C that. In Linux world, if you do just a straight ping and then the IP address, that ping will just continuously run. So different from Windows. Windows by default will send out 5 packets and cut the ping off from there. So if you want to do that in the Linux world, you have to add this C switch for count, and you want to put your count in seconds. So I'm sorry, not your count. You want to put your count by the number of times you want the ping to go out. So I want to say, let's say I'm oddball. Let's say 7 pings to that address. Hit enter. And this should stop after 7 pings. There you go. 7 received, 0 lost. We get our how many transmitted, statistical information. So pretty straightforward. You know, there's nothing too big with that. I'm going to do next what I believe it was nping. Let's add an N onto that. We'll do the same. nping takes the same switch, so we'll use that C switch. We'll do 7, count of 7 packets, and to that address. And let me hit enter. So we got, as you can see here, starting TCP. So you notice on the far left here, you got a sent and then a received receive packet. So this is actually showing you the handshake, the process. So you see a request go out, echo request go out, and then an echo reply comes back. Now, nping by default wants to use TCP as its protocol, other than ICMP. So you actually have to manually go in and specify ICMP, which is normally by default ICMP. And because we're changing the default protocol, you have to run this as root. So we'll do a sudo. Hit that. I'll type in my password. And there you go. Notice how it's different now. Notice our protocol changed to ICMP. We still have a sent and then a received request and reply. Gives us some ID information on the sequence, or it gives us some time to live information, TTL. It's got some of this I'm not too familiar with, but it gives you a little bit more granular information. Then, as you can see, it shows it's got from our source address to our destination. It's got our destination. It's got our, when we send out that echo request, it sends it out from the source to the destination, and you get a reply. It says received, and this is coming from 0.6 to me, 0.81. So that's nping. Gives you a little bit more detailed information. This is actually a part of the Nmap networking package or install. So you'd actually have to, you install it, it's going to install Nmap as well. Nmap is a awesome network mapping tool you can run from the command line. That'll be in a later video. We'll talk about some Nmap stuff later on. So that with that said, nping is a manual install. You have to install that separate after you get your system up and running. Okay. Next one we had was FPing. FPing is another manual installed ping application. So we're going to say FPing, and we're going to say 192.168.0.6, and you'll see what's unique about and what's really unique and fast with FPing. FPing is like it does. It essentially does a ping, and it checks to see if the host is online. As you see, my results, 0.6 is alive. So therefore, I can get from there. I can go in and do any type of remoting tools or remoting support that I need to do from there. So FPing's real quick. You can actually use it to do your entire network. If you want to do the whole range, you'd say FPing space -R for range space, and then you put your network address in CIDR notation. So you put that /24/ however that's corresponding to your subnet mask. So that's FPing. Next one is nping. So the HPing 3. I'm sorry. HPing 3. It's another king of ping. So HPing 3, we're going to use the same 7 packet count to the same address. I got .06. And we're going to use ICMP. Looks good, and let's go now. Because the HPing is it's not a native, or it's not a standard application to be installed, so you will need to install this manually. And please refer to the man pages if you have any questions about different switches or anything like that. I keep referring you to the man pages because some of these commands have so many switches and options. It'd take weeks to go through every command and take in every single option. So please refer to the help, refer to the man pages for more information on HPing, FPing, nping, and ping itself. Okay? So let's go ahead and hit this bad boy and see what our results look like. So there you go. HPing to that address. It looks similar to just your standard ping. You've got sequence numbers, you've got your round trip, you got your TTL, you got your ID for the TTL, then you've got, or you just got your, what is that? I think that's an ID number for the sequence request. I might be wrong. Okay, but then you got the length of the packet itself, so that's a good thing. You got they actually tell you what mode you're set on and how many headers uh, are in the packet itself. HPing 3 actually will give you it actually lets you craft the packet pretty granularly. You can go in and tweak and change a lot of details to an IP packet before you send it. So uh, I wanted to go in and touch on all four of those, at least show you how the output looked when you did a ping from each one of those. Okay. Like I said again, refer to the man pages. Okay, moving on. And we come down here to find. Find what you say? Find anything. What are you looking for? Did you lose a file? Did you put it somewhere you don't know where to find it at? My buddy Find can go get it. So find. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so clear. So find, like it as it says, it will find whatever I'm looking for. So let's ls, and let's say I need to look for some PDF documents. I got a PDF. It's a bash PDF, but I don't know where I put it at. Amongst all my several folders here. So I'm going to use the find command to find my PDF documents. I don't know the name of it, but at least if I can narrow down and maybe find where have I been putting my PDFs at. So what you want to do is you want to say find, and you want to type in the file or folder or the folder or search location that you want to find dive into. So let's go to, I'm going to say own cloud. I know I got plenty of stuff in there, so we'll say own cloud minus the name and star. That's our regular expression switch, which the asterisk star means like anything. So anything dot PDF. So let's break this down. This is just a small short find command. So I'm saying find, and you have to find where. Where am I going to find? Where do I go search at? So you say find space in whatever directory you want find to look in, and then you say I need to find a name. Okay, I'm looking for a name. That's what you're saying so far. Find in ownCloud a name. Okay. From there, you say star. I'm looking for any name. I'm not just looking for a name. I'm looking for any name, star, any name that ends in PDF. So once I hit that, it's going to output that to the screen. It should show me every file that it finds in my own cloud folder that is a PDF. Okay, so let's hit enter. See what that gets us. Lycos, go get it. Bam, real fast. That went through there. I don't have a ton of documents in there, but there's enough. So as you can see here, all of these files are ending in PDF. So I could kind of go through here. You can kind of start narrowing it down. You can see here I got Linux. Then I could actually say find and the name. Let's say Cali. Anything. Let's say Cali and then anything. There you go. So it found in that directory. Here's something. There's two files that start with the name Cali. Cali Cookbook, Cali Wireless Penetration Testing Beginner's Guide. So that's your find command. It's pretty straightforward. Like I said, set up you like a little test lab or test environment. Navigate around. Check out my previous video on Terminal Tuesday. We went and covered just some of our move copy, moving copy commands, remove, make directory, remove directory, delete files and folders. So we touched on some of that. That would be a good starting place if you kind of want to just revisit that. Give you a little quick breather tutorial on how to set those things up and how to create files and delete and move things around on your Linux system. I really enjoyed this. I was thinking at first, like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time, and really I didn't, to go through each one of the commands that I had shown you listed here. But I really enjoyed it because I use these commands daily. I use them daily on my Linux systems because I'm always managing my data. I'm moving data around. I'm synchronizing things. So I enjoyed showing you guys some of these commands because I use these commands every day. Some of them I actually created scripts on, so I don't have to continuously type these over and over and over. So these are some things that we'll eventually gravitate to and touch on as we move forward in learning more and more about the terminal. I hope that you like this video, and I want you to like this video. So please go out there, just don't watch it. Please comment, make some comments on the video here. If you like it, you don't like it. If it was a piece of crap, you didn't get anything out of it, let me know. I'm open to revisions. I want to make this better for everyone to get something out of what I've gotten out of the open source community and learning to work with Linux. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like it. I need at least 1,000 likes, guys. I need at least 1,000. Like me up. Like me up. Share it out. And like me up. That's all I'm asking, guys. And comment. Give me some positive feedback. Comment. Even some bad comments. I take the good and the bad. So this is about all I got for you guys. I'm throwing my hands up. I'm done. Toast. I'm finna go get something to eat. Get my grub on. I'll see you guys on the next Terminal Tuesday. I'm out.